gonna talk a little boxing right quick. I'm gonna talk about Canelo, talk about Wilder, and then talk about Manny Pacquiao. Basically having his workouts for the public and how not afford to fall apart after what happened with Wilder and Fury, which, by the way, that fight was supposed that took place this past Saturday. Saturday. So, at the end of the day, man, hey, what's up, CB? So, at the end of the day, Canelo has just been exposed for just being just very unreasonable when it comes to negotiating with him for a fight. And this is why I'm saying that if you fight Canelo, you pretty much compromising yourself. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, Canelo needs to stop like raping his potential opponents in negotiations. And people try to say he learned this from Floyd. Man, get the hell out of here. Floyd didn't ask what Canelo asked for. Canelo in the Caleb plant negotiations, he asked for everything except a pint of blood. He asked for everything except Caleb Plant's blood. He put injury stipulations. He got to pick the ring size. He got to pick, everything. I needed to finish my TV show. I want the Mexican TV rights. I want a percentage of the pay-per-view and the live gate. They bent over backwards for Canelo. And Canelo pulled out of a fight because he didn't really want to take random drug tests. And that just says a lot about him. And then you got these Canelo apologists trying to blame this on Plant and saying that Plant ducked the fight, which is just absurd. I bet you the Canelo fans is they're gonna flag this video. I promise you they're gonna flag this video, so I have to appeal it to get monetized because they sensitive and they a bunch of crybabies. And they prove my point about what I say. It's okay for you to talk about a black fighter, but as soon as you talk about a Hispanic fighter, then here they come getting all Tito Jackson on you and Ralph Tresvant, the man with sensitivity. At the end of the day, like I said before, I got a right to criticize Canelo because Canelo is on some BS. This dude is a drug cheat, but then this dude just literally tries to rape you in negotiations. And like I said before, they talking about he may move up to 175 and fight Artur Beterbiev or, Dimitri Bivol. I don't think he can beat Artur Beterbiev, but then he would probably handicap Artur Beterbiev in the negotiation. And the thing is, Canelo ain't the big star that everybody says he is, because his pay-per-view numbers hasn't really officially been confirmed. Don't you remember Oscar De La Hoya said, I'm not even going to reveal what the real numbers was for his second fight with Triple G? His manager, is making him look bad, and Canelo is looking bad. Like I said before, this dude is a negotiation bully. And like I said before, if Jamal Charlo goes up to 168 and fight him, all he gonna be doing is selling his oath. That's all he gonna be doing is selling his oath to Canelo. That's pretty much what everybody is doing. Just like Sergey Kovalev sold that belt to Canelo. That's pretty much what he did. And this is just like really nerve-wracking when you see this go on. You try to criticize people, and then they try to bring up, and they love to do that stuff. You talk about what's going on with Canelo, and then they'll try to say Floyd did it. Nah, Floyd didn't do what Canelo was doing. The only thing Floyd would do would ask you to come in at a certain weight, and he did not put any rehydration clause and his fight with Canelo. Getting to pick the gloves, that's standard. Because keep in mind, Oscar De La Hoya made Floyd wear those gigantic Mickey Mouse gloves that Floyd had on in that fight. So let's just stop it. Because I'm trying to figure out Canelo. I mean, he sells tickets. But let's just keep it a buck. His tickets be dirt cheap. So, I mean, if you got a whole bunch of $50 tickets, yeah, more than likely people is going to come to the fight. I bet you if them tickets was $1,000 a piece, I bet you he wouldn't sold down Cowboy Stadium. But I know how much his tickets cost. But at the end of the day, he's still managing to pack the house. Well, I think Canelo is a damn fool. You don't want to take testing for possibly $50 million. Like I said, that says a lot about Canelo's character. That just says a lot about him. Like Dennis Green say, he is who we thought he was. He tries to rape you in negotiations, and then he likes to, have an advantage in his fights by eating that mystery meat. What was that the late Dennis Green said? They are who we thought they were. We knew that when we took the damn field. Now, if you gonna crown them, then crown their asses then. Like I said, you gotta be a damn fool to turn down. Man, that mystery meat it mean that much to you? What is that? That's your blanket or something? I mean, for real, that's your spinach or something, bruh? I mean, for real, you can't. I mean, for real, you Linus or something. That mystery meat is your spinach. You that damn superstitious. I mean, I'm just saying that they gonna treat the Canelo situation the same way they did with Tyson Fury, because we all know Canelo not black. But like I said, let Wilder had pulled something like this. You'll have everybody in their moment. Ain't you gonna make a video talking about what they love to tell you when it comes to a black person? They love to come on here telling you what type of videos to make about a black person. But soon as you make a video about somebody that ain't black, then they seem to disappear, or they want to call you a hater. I had some clown come on my comment section and say I was jealous of Canelo. Jealous of what? Jealous of what? You're just jealous of Canelo. Jealous of what? Now that's some real, suspect stuff to say to somebody. You're just jealous. What am I jealous of? I'm jealous because I'm criticizing him for backing out of a fight in which he stood to make possibly $40 to $55 million. I mean, what kind of crack is that dude smoking? Oh, you're jealous of... Who in the fuck is jealous of Canelo's cheating ass? Everybody is seeing what type of person Canelo is. You got, like I said, you got to be a damn fool to walk away from $50 million because you don't want. Man, stop. So like I said, I guess that mystery meat is his security blanket or something. I guess he can't function without it. Yeah, Pratt. Well, I mean, come on, man. Like, dang, man, you can't, for real. I thought you was born ready. I guess he meant he was, born ready to eat that mystery meat. But you know, I got me some computer raw steaks from Winco. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hook them up probably Friday. You know what I'm saying? Extra computer raw. Just saying, I'm just saying, I'm gonna hook me up with some computer raw steaks, man. Like I say, I'm gonna, you know, season them up real nice. You know what I'm saying? I may let y'all see me. I'm a oven bake them, so like I said, I could get the full taste of that computer raw, for real. And if you add hot sauce to computer raw steak, man, you and after you eat it, man, you probably could lift up a truck. You could probably do like Will Smith, you know, on Hancock when he picked up that whale and threw him halfway across. So I'm just man, for real. I mean, this dude, like, man, Canelo is a joke. I mean, he is. I mean, that dude is. Man, that dude is a joke. Like I said, that man asked for everything from Caleb Plant except, like I said, a pint of blood. I wouldn't be surprised if he asked for that. Yeah, hot sauce on my burrito, baby. It looks so good to me. Hot sauce on my computer raw steak, baby. It looks so good to me. So, and man, that computer raw is his kryptonite. I mean, without that computer raw, that's like his kryptonite, man. I mean, now it's just starting to look. Now it's all starting to make sense. It's all starting to make sense. Why this dude is hell bent on not taking random drug tests. But he been popped once. This dude is gonna go, man. At the end of the day, when we rating Canelo, this is gonna hurt Canelo's legacy a lot. I know people gonna try to protect him. I promise you, Marcos ain't gonna make no video. I promise you, Marcos ain't gonna make no video going in on Canelo. Anybody want to make a bet? I promise you, Marcos ain't gonna say nothing. Or Pino Boxing. Nothing about Canelo and how he backed out of this fight. This man had a injury stipulation. I mean, this dude had an injury stipulation. Who does that? He basically put if Caleb Plant would get hurt in training, that he could fight somebody else. But if he got hurt, Caleb Plant couldn't fight nobody else. The money, they agreed on the money. Canelo got to pick the ring. And Canelo had a rematch clause. If he lost to Caleb Plant, he get an instant rematch. But if Caleb Plant lost, then it's, you know, oh well. Oh, Pratt, you don't even want me to talk about that dude. I know who that man. I don't even want to talk about that dude. That fucking coke sniffing ass nigga. That dude is a clown. That dude is a clown. That dude is a straight clown, fucking coke sniffing ass nigga. That's why that dude always be like playing with his nose and shit. What? Man, I'm gonna be cool. Ain't nobody trying to hear these excuses from these Canelo apologists. Like I said before, Canelo, man, I'm like Orange Juice Jones, man. Don't say nothing, you cold busted. That's all you can say. You too. I miss you so much. I followed you today. Don't say nothing. You cold busted. You cold busted. I started to pull out my jammy and flat blast both of you, but I say nah. I'ma chill. I bought you things you couldn't even pronounce. Like yeah, man, he cold busted, man. Canelo is just cold busted. Canelo is all cap. If he can't eat that, you know what I'm saying, that mystery meat, then I guess he feel powerless or something. So that explains, like I said, so that explains how Canelo's body looks when it comes to, you know, fight time. Because Canelo looks kind of, you know, his body looks totally different when he's not training for a fight. Yeah, some of y'all don't know about that Orange Juice Jones. You know, if you ain't like, hey, 1988, man, that's a classic. Y'all better go check that out. I saw you walking in the rain. That's like, that was one of the coldest cuts. That was one of the coldest cuts ever. You know, he told her he missed her so much he followed her. So, you know, but I mean, we had heard about this stuff. Sick. He said Canelo was a white boy. Well, Canelo, some people have accused him of being a white Irish Hispanic. A lot of people say he's so, but I don't even want to get into his lineage. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't even want to go that route. Hey, well, Pratt, you seen how that? Hey, you seen what happened? And it was a one-sided ass whooping. Floyd like beat the hell out Canelo in that fight. He beat Canelo's ass so bad in that fight, Canelo tried to emulate him. Where he was, yeah, and that's the thing. How did this happen? Because Canelo, people act like Canelo, this so-called cash cow thing, people act like Canelo was doing Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather numbers when he headlined the fight. I think the only fight that he may have truly did a million pay-per-views, a million and some change, was versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. But let's not make it look like Canelo every time he fought he was doing 1, 2, 3 million. Manny Pacquiao was doing 1.5, 1.4 at one time. Floyd, he was doing 1 million pay-per-views. So let's not really make it look. So that's what I'm saying. How did he become the cash cow? And to a certain degree, I blame this on Floyd, because that's what Floyd, that's what Floyd get for not fighting no brothers, though. Now we have to deal with Canelo, like, basically playing these silly games with everybody. Like I said, I've never seen nothing like this in life, where this man made Caleb Plant wait till he got through shooting a TV series, getting married, and all Caleb Plant asked this man to do is enroll in VADA. And Manny Pacquiao he enrolled in VADA, I think, a few years ago. But they saying his last few fights, there was no random drug testing. I know for a fact that there was no random drug testing for the Billy Joe Saunders fight. There was no random drug testing for the Yearman fight. There was no random drug testing. Let's just cut like dude said on The Purge Forever. Like Juan said, first he said, let's slice the shit. But he meant to say cut the shit. Okay, let's be honest with you. Let's be honest, everybody that's listening, because we all adults here. All the little sensitive motherfuckers, get your ass up out of here. Let's just keep it 100. Sugar Shane Mosley asks who hit the hardest out of Canelo and Floyd Mayweather. Sugar Shane Mosley said they hit about the same. Okay. Canelo hit Miguel Cotto flush a couple of times. He couldn't knock Miguel Cotto out. He couldn't knock Austin Trout out. He didn't remotely hurt Daniel Jacobs. But then you have these fights where Canelo displays this tremendous power. Like I said before, man, it is what it is, man. It's the same thing with Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury fans can get mad all they want. Tyson Fury was never a knockout artist. I saw Tyson Fury fight several times. He never remotely hurt Vladimir Klitschko in that fight. He outboxed him. He never remotely hurt Deontay Wilder in that first fight. Deontay Wilder took his punches. Then all of a sudden, this man comes out of nowhere. This dude is busting earlobes and putting dents in people's head. And then you wondering, where was this power at? He never hurt Ala Waleem. Ala Waleem did more damage to Tyson Fury than Tyson Fury did to him. So like I said, you have to look at the track record. Then you hearing this stuff about, well, he put on the weight and he was sitting on this. Man, get out of here, man. Stop it. Stop it. I see too much inconsistency in Canelo's punching power. He was getting worked by Sergey Kovalev. Had Sergey Kovalev been actually allowed to fight, he would have knocked Canelo out within 7 rounds. Maybe quicker than that. All of a sudden, Canelo throw 3 punches and then the damn fight. That was like I said before. And I know some Canelo fans, more than likely, they're going to be Hispanic. They're going to come on here crying, saying you're a hater, you're a racist. You're like, I give a fuck about that shit. Yeah. But these the same people that will say racist shit about black fighters. That'll say black fighters run. Like I said, you got to be a moron if you think, like I said, you got to think, you got to really be slow to think that Tyson Fury's second fight with Deontay Wilder was on the up and up. Tons of evidence was presented. When I say tons of evidence was presented that Tyson Fury did something weird. You see objects as Christian Hammer, but people want to ignore that. Okay? Man that got caught several times doing something he didn't have no business doing, but they trying to make it look like people picking on Tyson Fury. Like that people was picking on Canelo when they both got history. They trying to vilify me. It did what be funny. These dudes think they can come on here and think they can try to bully you online, bully you. Oh, hey, it's a Mexican on here, so you got to praise Canelo. Yeah, think again. Think again. Think again. Like I said before, anybody on here is subject to being criticized. I don't care if you're a black fighter, a white fighter, a Mexican fighter. I don't care what you are. If you on some BS, if I feel like I need to make a video about you, I'll make a video about you. It's Canelo's turn. But Canelo been doing this stuff. You see what Oscar's saying about him, and I know people are trying to disregard Oscar and say, oh, it's sour grapes because, he's not with Golden Boy anymore. So you know what? Here's the thing. It's sour grapes and truth mixed together. You can't get an up and up fight with Canelo without him handicapping you. I mean, this dude just This dude just does all kind of, I mean, just dirty tactics, dirty negotiating tactics. But this man don't want to take no drug test. And then you got Mauricio Solomon, who won't say nothing. But keep in mind, these are the same people that investigated Deontay Wilder when he said he wanted to catch a body. But then you got Tyson Fury's father talking about that this fight is going to cost Deontay Wilder his life. But ain't nobody said nothing or questioned Tyson Fury's camp. Nobody said a damn thing about Tyson Fury's camp making these type of threats towards Deontay Wilder. Like I said, Canelo and Tyson Fury both got history behind it. So I don't know why they're trying to play these games and act like they don't know where this is coming from. Oh man, why are you buying? Why are you picking on Canelo? Why are you talking about Canelo? Like I said, they gonna wait till, you know, they're gonna wait till I end this stream, and then they're gonna come on here popping off at the mouth like they always do. Like I said, jealous. Jealous of what? Like I said, who in the fuck is jealous of Canelo? Yeah, Pratt. I've never seen nobody like I'm surprised he didn't tell Caleb Plant he had to fight the first round with, you know, with one hand tied behind his back and 1 foot up. Canelo probably gonna be the first fighter that negotiate, well, you can't throw a punch till like the 3rd round. You have to stand still, and I can punch you, but you can't throw a punch to the 3rd round, or you get fined, you know, 100. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. That's go. Canelo go tell. Like I said, if I'm Jamal Charlo, why would I even waste my time? Man, nobody should fight this dude. Because he need to get knocked off his high horse. Damn, Sugar Ray Leonard didn't even like do people like that negotiations. I mean, good grief, Canelo want everything. I'm telling you, Canelo go in his next fight. Hey, but Charlo, he'll do it, because Charlo's so desperate. Charlo's so desperate to get a fight with Canelo, he probably would. He probably would sign a contract said he can't throw a punch till like the 3rd round. I've never, like I said, I never heard of nobody putting an injury stipulation in a fight. He basically said, if I get hurt, you can't fight nobody till I heal. You can't take a, you know, a backup fight or a secondary fight. But you know what I'm saying? But if you get hurt, I can't. Like I said before, Canelo is just totally. Nah, Brad, it ain't taking a dive. He just goes sell his own. That's pretty much that's what everybody do. Man, I'm not like, I mean, Daniel Jacobs, he came in there, you know, Daniel Jacobs got paid whatever he got paid. I heard he got paid like pretty good. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Man turned down $40 million. He trying to say, oh, well, you know, I didn't want to do a 3-fight deal. I didn't want to do a 3-fight deal with the PBC. They wanted me to do a 3-fight deal. But they already, from what I was told, they told Canelo that they could do the Caleb Plant fight. He didn't have to do the 3-fight deal. We already know that they offered him a 3-fight deal. So more than likely, Canelo is gonna go fight Bibble. He's gonna go back to Eddie Hearn, and he gonna probably go up to light heavyweight, and he gonna fight Bibble. And then he may wait additional 6 months till Artur Beterbiev get a little bit older, and then he may try to fight Artur Beterbiev, because Artur Beterbiev is 37. And I can't knock Caleb Plant for standing his ground on the drug test. He probably was like, damn, man. Like, bruh, I didn't agree to everything you want. What more do you want from me, bruh? Like, what more do you want from me, bruh? You don't even want to take, all I want you to do is take tests, take random drug tests, enroll and fought it. So like I said, this just goes to show me that Canelo ain't juicing through that. And yeah, I'm gonna go on and say it, because he been busted before, so he can't accuse me of defamation of character and slander, because he already been popped twice, and they raised the computerol levels that can be in your system before it's considered dirty. So to me, Canelo ain't getting that computerol through eating that damn meat. Okay? Because if you ain't really take a test, you know, because he knows the cycling, he knows when the cycle will be over, he knows when it's going to be out of system. He's going to take that stuff at a certain amount of time to where he knows it's not going to be in his system when he does the post-fight drug test. I mean, the man is not dumb. I mean, come on, he been doing this for years. I mean, just stop it. All right, so let me talk about this before I end this stream. You know, I gotta be the first one to say this, and like I said before, I understand that Manny Pacquiao is a man of the people. I understand he's a legend. I understand he's one of the best that ever did it. But them public workouts that he's having, that is just not the business. This Errol Spence fight cannot afford to fall apart because somebody in his camp test positive for the 19, for the Razor Ramona. And that's just not smart. I'm seeing him jogging with 20 people, no mask. That's just not smart. And like I said, yeah, Pratt, at least you keeping it a buck, and I know you a diehard Manny fan. That's just not smart, man. He need to be in the wild card gym training with Boo Boy and Freddie Roach. You don't know who got what, and then it's been proven that, even if you get the Zab Zuda, it's no guarantee that you still won't, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, ask Chris Paul. Because I'm going to keep it honest with you, Pratt. If Manny Pacquiao ends up having a Tyson Fury situation, this is real talk. Errol Spence can sue him. Errol Spence can sue Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence can sue Manny Pacquiao. If Manny Pacquiao gets sick and he has to pull out of this fight, because I'm telling you right now, this fight became even more important when Tyson Fury pulled out of that fight. So like I said, a lot is riding on this fight, and somebody needs to tell Manny. But that's the problem with the media. I'm not doing this because I'm hating on Manny. I'm just saying that, dude, you setting yourself up. Now, if Manny make it to the fight, and whatever happens in the fight, it's gonna be like, hey, whatever. Then you go start asking a whole bunch of other questions. But Manny Pacquiao is training in Los Angeles, though. But what I'm seeing is those public workouts. And like I said, I understand he loves his people. That's fine. But like I said, man, you got millions of dollars at risk. You putting millions of dollars. Manny is putting $20 million at least at risk by doing that. He needs to shut that shit down. You did it more than once. Don't do that. Good. I know you trying to do the Muhammad Ali thing, and that's cool. I respect you for that, but them public workouts, they got to go. Because like I said, if Manny talk about he got to pull out of the fight because, he have to quarantine, when I say, man, like I said, all hell is going to break loose. So that's all I'm saying. That's just not smart. That's just not smart. That is just not smart at all. But anyway, appreciate y'all tapping in. I know the Canelo, the Canelo apologist is gonna flag this video because they sensitive and too emotional, but all good.